Slash Melanore. Good morning, friends. Welcome back. You're with Fixu, level 55, Holy Priest, and we're standing in the Valley of Strength. So once again, we're going to continue on our leveling journey using the Group Finder tool, and I'm going to use the specific dungeons just to head through them one by one until I've done all three, or four, sorry. So we're going to do the Mists of Tyrannosaif today, hopefully. As a healer, obviously. And I'll see you in the dungeon. Stand by. Okay, here we go into the Mists of Tyrannosaif. I've done this dungeon a couple of times, but as a healer, never. So we'll see how I go. I've got a tank that's level 53, Death Knight. Hopefully he uses some defensive cooldowns. I've got rid of my Divine Star spell as well. I just wasn't convinced that it was actually doing much. Just couldn't shake that feeling. Ooh, is that lots of mana in the air? Maybe? Okay, the nice thing about Death Knights is, well, two things. One is typically they have lots of amazing self-heals. Gotta get out of that. And also, they don't seem to run as fast in the dungeon, so I never feel like I'm playing catch-up with Death Knights. So I'm just going to try and keep people topped up with Renew. I know Renew is not the preferred spell for priests. It's just maybe an old habit of mine from playing priests way back in the day. I don't find too much of a problem with it, personally. I've got a couple of Covenant abilities which I need to maybe try and make better use of. Where are people going? It's hard to see those things on the ground, but I'm pretty sure we stay out of them. Oops, like that. So far so good, no one's taking enormous damage. Oh. I should have guessed something was coming there. I had a feeling. Some blue swirlies. Stay out of those, obviously. Try and keep Prayer of Mending up somehow. What's going on here? I'll throw a Shadow Word Pain out there. Oh, that was actually a boss. That's how familiar with the dungeon I am. Nothing up. These dungeons, it should be said, are all normal. They're not mythic or heroic. So, in theory, they shouldn't be too hard. It's just sometimes certain dungeons have mechanics that kill easily if you don't know the mechanic. This is correct. I'm glad the tank's figuring out those little symbols. I'm a bit slower on the uptake. Okay. Let's do a mass dispel there. This is kind of a maze, you have to find your way through. So far this tank is not really taking much damage. This is the way. I'm terrible at those. Absolutely terrible. Must be my kryptonite. Or my Achilles heel. Okay. Whoops. That's what happens when you make a wrong decision. Go all the way back to the start and try again. Flower, no circle. Leaf, circle. Circle. Leaf, I think it is. I think I actually got this one myself. Did I? No. Some disapproval being expressed there. What's the tank doing? So here we are. We've got... Oh, perfect. Figured it out. This one might have been having more to do with the colour. I must be a little bit colourblind. They all seem to be the same colour to me. I should mention too, we've got a monk in DPS, a warlock and a hunter. No one is level 60 in this group, but everyone's coping very well. Most players are pretty experienced with these dungeons by now. That is, most except players like me who've been doing more classic Warcraft over the last 12 months. Oh no. Is that it? That's a mistake again. So when you make a mistake with these dungeons, this sort of part of the dungeon, sorry, they send you back to the start if you weren't aware of that. Here we are, I think surely we're at a boss fight. So poison, which I can't dispel unfortunately. Keep out of the swirlies. The swirly boys. No, that wasn't a boss. So, green leaf circle. Blue flower circle. Oh. Nope. Maybe it's the colour for this one. Okay, let's try this blue green leaf circle, blue flower, no circle, green leaf circle. I think it's this one, isn't it? Oh. Okay, well, I guess once again I'm wrong. So we're going to spam heal on the tank during this fight. Okay, we've been rooted. Oh, what happened there? I thought I'd unrooted myself, but apparently not. So green leaf circle, green leaf circle, green leaf. Oh, I think we figured it out. I really need to study this more. I think this is a boss fight. Quite sure. It's funny being a healer when no one's taking damage, you're not quite sure what you should be doing. Ah, now, same deal again. You have to attack the odd one out, otherwise we take group-wide damage. People are not taking much damage at all in this fight. Once again, just getting ready in case someone chooses wrong. Okay, got a necklace, that's nice. Definitely an upgrade as well. It's nice to land in some water. For a moment there I wasn't sure if that would be a safe landing. Understanding and some acid. Spamming heal in the tank again. Keeping prayer of mending in the group. Oops, get out of that. Tank's made a bit of a dash forward. Get out of the swirly boy. Oops. Acid spin. Oops. It's quite a hard mechanic actually. That acid spit I made. once again. Get out of that if you can. Target not in line of sight. Okay, final boss time. Where's the tank? Get out of the swirly boys. The hunter is seemingly miles away from me. Not good. Tank's not taking hardly any damage, which is also good for me. Boss is getting burned down nicely. Dodge the swirlies. Not always a good idea to stand behind the boss. We have to run away from the mind link. I got a bit of a fixation there. Final boss is down. Heal up the player. Oh, only one bit of loot there. Okay, that is it. That is the mists, or that was the mists of Tyr and a Scythe, which is a pretty successful run, if I don't say so. So I'd like to thank you for joining me on this dungeon leveling journey. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and join me again soon. Bye for now.